Hi everyone, congratulations on completing Module 2 and now let's start with Module 3. Remember, we studied about the two types of placements, on campus and off campus in Module 1. In this module, we will learn about the various stages in the hiring process for both these types of placements. In this video, we will first understand what we mean by hiring process. And then, we will look at the various stages in the hiring process of on-campus and off-campus placements. Let us begin by understanding what do we mean by the term hiring process. The hiring process refers to the entire process starting from the time you start looking for the internships or jobs, whether on campus or off campus, till the time you get hired or placed in that company. There are various stages that one has to go through in this hiring process, and we will talk about them next. Now, we will look at the various stages in the hiring process for on-campus and off-campus placements. Let's start with on-campus placements. There are 5 stages or rounds in an on-campus placement process. These are pre-placement talk, written tests, group discussion, HR interview, and technical interview. The order of these may differ from company to company, but the stages or rounds will mostly remain the same. Let us understand in brief a little about each of these stages. First, there is the pre-placement talk, where the company HR or senior management team comes to introduce the company and the profiles they have to offer to the students. Also, the eligibility criteria will be told to you at this earlier stage itself. So, most of the companies have a minimum eligibility criteria which is made known to students before the placement process starts. Such as, the company may want students only from a specific branch or course, or may have a minimum percentage cutoff for the year of college you are in, or for your 10th and 12th class marks, etc. Next is the written tests. Here, various tests are conducted to test the aptitude, subject-specific knowledge, etc. of the students. All students who want to apply for that company and fulfill the eligibility criteria to sit for the placement can sit for these tests. Based on the scores of these tests, the candidates are shortlisted for the next round of assessments, that is, the GD round. Mostly students sit in groups of 5 or 10 for the GD round. After this round, the students are shortlisted again for the personal interview rounds. There are 2 types of interviews that generally take place. These are HR interviews and technical interviews. Again, they may happen one after another or together. It depends on how the company has planned for it. Once you clear this round, the company will inform you of your hiring status. So, that was all about the hiring or placement process for on-campus placement. Now, let us understand the various stages in the hiring process of off-campus placements. There are again 5 stages or rounds in the off-campus hiring process. These are internship or job hunt using various methods, sending your resume and cover letter, HR interview, written tests, and technical interview. Again, the order of occurrence of these stages may differ from company to company. Also, it is possible that there may be multiple tasks at each stage, such as 2 technical interviews instead of just 1, or 2 written tests instead of 1. One could be given to you over email, while one could be given on the spot during a technical interview. But be sure that all these stages are likely to take place at least once in the entire process. First things first, you will search for that internship or job using various methods, such as online job or internship portals, social media platforms, or newspapers, etc. Next, you will apply to that internship or job and send in your resume and cover letter to that company. Based on your resume, if you are shortlisted, you will be called for the HR interview, which may be face-to-face or telephonic. Again, if your HR interview goes well, you may be asked to appear for a written test which is conducted to test your aptitude, subject-specific knowledge, etc. The written test can happen online, that is, the question may be sent to you over an email or it may be conducted in office. It is not necessary that both your aptitude and subject-specific knowledge will be tested at this stage. It is possible that the written test is only to test your subject-specific knowledge and the aptitude may be evaluated in the later interview rounds. But in any case, each stage of the hiring process will be made clear to you beforehand by the hiring manager. So, don't worry, there won't be any surprises for you. After this, the final round is usually the technical interview, which is used to assess your knowledge of the subject. If you are shortlisted at this stage, the HR will most likely speak to you over a call to confirm your hiring status and discuss your terms of employment. With this, we have now understood the stages of the off-campus hiring process as well. Now, ready for an interesting fact about the hiring process? Did you know many students make this mistake of applying to only 1 or 2 internships or jobs at a time, wait for a response from those companies, and do not apply anywhere else in the meantime? On an average, it may take a company about 6 to 8 weeks to complete the hiring process for a profile, including all the steps such as screening resumes, conducting assessment tests, telephonic and face-to-face interviews, etc. And they may have received hundreds of applications for that position. Therefore, it is advisable that you apply to multiple internships or jobs simultaneously so that in case you don't get selected for one of them, you have other opportunities to look forward to. We will be covering all about group discussion and written tests in this topic and about interviews, both technical and HR, in the next topic. So, stay tuned and click next to proceed.